Morning everyone, happy Thursday. I hope you can hear me okay because I'm filming outside for once. I was going to film on the way to uni, but I got caught in the 9 AM rush and I bottled it because I'm too scared of people judging me. So yeah, today I'm going to vlog and share like a day in the life of university at York, studying psychology. So I'm just on my way back from uni. I had a 9 AM. It was a practical. I'm going to explain a little bit more what a practical is when I get back because I'm coming up to a main road and you'll probably not be able to hear me. But yeah, it was the 9 AM. You saw what I had for breakfast. Oats. Hang on. Try and cross the road without getting killed. But yeah, I had oats, overnight oats for breakfast. Heading back now. I need to pick up some things in town because I am foolish and forgot things on my weekly shop. So I will talk to you when I get back from town and I've picked up my mundane household items. Hi chickpeas, I'm back from town. I had to pick up things like pens and a cucumber and yogurt and stuff like that, so you didn't miss anything exciting, to be completely honest. I also want to know too, because I don't know if anyone else has had this problem. God, it's really bright and it looks so white. But sometimes when I'm like on the phone, it'll sound like I'm like an old dial-up tune going on in the background, sounds really like alien-like, and sometimes it'll just call failure. I'm on 02 and I've got an iPhone 8 Plus and I'm trying to get that sorted, so I had to get a new SIM and all that kind of stuff, so that was the only thing you missed, but it wasn't anything exciting. So like I said, today I thought I'd do like a day in the life of like at University of York, but I had to turn the brightness down because I was too bright. But I mean, the only time that I'm actually in uni was this morning, and obviously I can't film during lectures and stuff because it's just disrespectful, but yeah, it's kind of going to be like a study day instead, so you can see kind of what it's like. So this morning I had, like I said, a 9 AM practical. Practicals in my degree consist of like learning all the computer side of it, because obviously with psychology you've got all the experimental and research, so the practicals mainly focus around like SPSS, which is the statistical program that we use. But this morning it was running through how to use Testable, because we have mini projects coming up soon, which are like mini experiments we have to do in groups, and Testable is like a question, like a thing how you can make like programs and questionnaires. So we had a run through of that this morning. The rest of the week has just been a combination, not even a combination, it's just been lectures this week. Tutorials haven't started yet. So I'll briefly run through how my course works so you kind of get an understanding. So this is psychology, bachelor's of science at the University of York. There's two different types that you can do for psychology at York. We're quite lucky. You can either do a bachelor's or MPsych, which is a master's combined course. And I've just done the BSc. So we have 5 modules. We have brain and behaviour. Let me get this right. We have brain and behaviour, development and language, perception and cognition, SPAR, which is social personality and abnormal, and research methods. And we have a lecture for each, apart from research methods, every week, and research methods lectures are like every 2 weeks. So we have 4 lectures minimum a week, sometimes 5. This week it's 5 because I have an RM lecture on Friday. And then as the term progresses, because we have 4 lectures of each, so we have like 4 weeks on, so it's like a 10-week, how does this work? This term, our terms our semesters are 10 weeks long. So the first week was exams, then we had 4 weeks of lectures and tutorials and all that kind of stuff. Then we had reading week, because I can't look, you can get reading week, but this reading week, we didn't actually have a reading week. I was in uni more that week than I was in any other time because we had compulsory things on. Our career days that we weren't allowed to miss, so reading week wasn't really reading week. And then now we have another 4 and that makes up the 10. So it's like 2 4-week blocks of lectures. So we have 4 lectures for each of the modules, then we also have a tutorial for each of the modules. The subject changes every block. So for example, For example, to keep it simple and not go into specifics, like for SPA, we could have a block on some kind of personality, and then the next block, which are called teaching blocks, will have some kind of social kind of psychology block, if that makes sense. It kind of changes like all the time. So yeah, so this past week has been the first things moving about on my desk without me touching them. This has been the first week of a new teaching block, because it was reading week last week, the week that was Valentine's Day. So we're on a new teaching block. So we also, for every single lecture, we have assigned reading, we have key reading and supplementary reading. Key reading you have to do, you will be examined on it, as well as the content in the lectures. Supplementary reading is just to like facilitate your learning. So a lot of people don't tend to do the reading and just do the lectures, but I prefer to do the reading because it stresses me out if I don't do what I'm told. I've kind of been focusing this past week, because last week I focused, because we have essays and practical reports as well throughout, kind of like one for each. And last week we had a developmental language essay due in, and we have a practical report for perception and cognition next week. And then 2 weeks after that we have a SPA qualitative practical report due in. So last week, the reading week, I was focusing more on the developmental language essay, and this semester I've been trying to do as much work as I can while I'm here, so I don't have to do any work when I go home. Last year and last semester I didn't do too well on that. I kind of just had to do it, but I've actually been really on top of it, and I genuinely think it's down to this. So I don't know if you can see, I don't know if this is backwards, I'm not really sure how it works, but I'll go through it. So you can see at the top it has like each days. I actually got this for Christmas off my Auntie Christine, so if my cousin Emma is watching, tell Auntie Christine thank you, because it's helped me a lot. But yeah, so it has like each day, and so obviously I have a timetable and I have clients and everything in. So I don't actually go to lectures because of reasons, so I watch them all on lecture capture, which we're incredibly lucky to have. It's recorded, all of it, so you can hear the lecture. You can't see the lecturer, it just records the slides, but it's all recorded. So I don't actually go to the lectures because they're not compulsory, but the tutorials are. So like this week we haven't had any tutorials because they normally start like week 3-4 of the teaching block. So I've literally just I had my placement on Monday, I had a client, had a practical, they're compulsory, clients, practical this morning, clients. I am teaching sex ed tomorrow for year 9s, so that's on there, and then client. And I put when I go to the gym, so today's actually a rest day, so you're not going to see a workout. And then I'll put what I want to get done in each day and tick it off as I go along. I also have, I don't know if you can see, this as well. So this is literally the reading that is necessary for all the lectures, and then these are when I rewatch the lecture. So you can see at the minute I've done all the reading for lecture 1, but from this week I've only watched 1 lecture, and I watched that one last night. So today I want to get done 2 of the lectures. I want to get done the SPA lecture and the DNL lecture. So this, honestly, like, it's such a simple thing, but I can't even tell you how much it's helped. Like, it's actually crazy. I've got a really big thing where I like taking things off. Like, I really like taking things off. So I think I just do the work because I want to take things off and say I've done it. And I did it since exam week. My exam week one looks dead boring because I've literally just got the exams on. But then you can see, like, all the way through, I've ticked things off, gone through it, ticked things off. Yeah, and now we're on to this week. So yeah, that's really helped. So maybe try that if you're struggling. And it's helped. Like, I was always behind last semester and last year, and actually before reading week I was a week ahead. I was literally just waiting for lectures to come about, so it really helped. But yeah, I can't remember where I started this conversation. This week just had lectures and a practical, and supervisor meeting. We meet our supervisors like once every semester, but we're allowed to meet them more. It's just we have to meet them a minimum of once a semester. So yeah, today it's now 12 o'clock. I think obviously this morning I had the 9 a.m. so I got up, went for the 9 a.m, came back, did the shopping in town, and now I'm going to either eat or do some work. I think I might start the spa lecture, watch half an hour of it, then eat. So that's my plan. You'll see what I do, because this is a vlog, so you're gonna see what I do. And my battery low sign's flashing because my camera turned on in my bag. Right, let's do this lecture. I got 5 minutes through the lecture, and then my laptop died, and I took that as a sign that I needed food. So we're gonna go have some food instead of doing my lecture, even though I probably should do my lecture. But the sign's there. I forgot my plate. If the sign's there, I'm not gonna ignore it, am I? It means food. So the meal that I'm actually making, hello, you're just gonna have to be a weird angle. So the meal that I'm making is actually, I posted about it on my Instagram last week. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen it. Basically a tuna wrap with mayo and faye. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, faye, that's the first time I ever pronounced it. It's spelled with G, so I always pronounce it wrong. So yeah, it's quite good macros, to be fair. I can't remember, I think it's like 350 calories. I might be wrong, don't quote me on that. But yeah, if you're interested, I'm actually saying it's like a huge, massive recipe. It's like the easiest thing in the world to make. Which is why I like having it for my lunch, because I don't have to do much. But if you're interested, maybe, you know, check it out. Self-promotion and all that. I always find that when I'm in at 9 a.m, I get hungry a lot easier. But if I mean, I only get up an hour earlier than what I normally do, because I normally get up at 8:30 every day. So I don't understand why it makes that much of a difference. Whenever I'm in uni as well, as soon as I'm in uni, I get hungry. I don't know why it is. Maybe I could make it in a conspiracy theory and saying that they're emitting like hunger vibes, so you buy their food. But that's a bit weird. I don't actually believe that, if anyone thinks that I do. I'm not actually going to show you the finished product of this because, not gonna lie, it doesn't look very appetizing, but it tastes really nice. But it doesn't look good. So for my lunch, I'm having a tuna wrap with mayo, lighter than light mayo, and faye 0%. So I'm going to eat this, watch Call the Midwife. I'm not going to watch the full episode because I'm rewatching it. I think I've got like 15 minutes left of an episode I was watching yesterday, so I'm going to sit, watch that, and then we'll get that lecture done and be productive. All done. I took my hair out because that bun was killing my head, and I've got 2 clients today, so it's going to be up for them, and I didn't want it to like be really painful at the end of the day. So now I'm going to get changed because I have a client at 3 and it's 22 now. We are together for an hour in the gym, and then afterwards I'm going to do some cardio. It's my rest day, so no weights today. So I'm only gonna do, I'm not sure if I'm gonna see how I feel. I'm definitely gonna do half an hour incline walk, I normally have the incline at 10 and the speed about 4.5, but I feel like my fitness has been improving the last few days. Yesterday I did 15 minutes of 4.5 and then 10 minutes on 4.7, and then the last 5 minutes I had it on 5. So see if I can get that up. If I'm in the mood for it, I might do some sprints, but I'm not sure. I've got, you know, when you find some new good gym music that really like gets you going, I have that at the minute, so I might listen to that and then see if I'm in the mood for it. It probably will put me in it. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do for 20 minutes because I don't want to do my cardio before because I get all sweaty. The next thing that I've got that I want to do is a developmental language lecture, and I think that's the full 2 hours because our lectures are 2 hours. I didn't mention that before. Lectures are 2 hours for us, so I don't want to start it because once I start something and I hate leaving it. I like to just get it done all in once. I'm gonna get changed and plan a new session for my client. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Get changed, plan some sessions, and then got an hour session, then cardio. I won't show you my client because it's her time, so I'm not sharing it with you, unfortunately. Yeah, one lecture done, nearly there. So, session's done with client. I've just filmed something for Instagram. Looks a bit weird, doesn't it? And now I'm gonna go do cardio. I don't know how I'm feeling about the sprints yet. We'll have to see. That's it, cardio's done. I don't know if you can tell how sweaty I am and red I am. Because it's just so hot and I just couldn't be. I was fine going into it. Like, I was like ready and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do some cardio. And then I got into it and I was like, can't bother, mate. Really can't. I didn't do the sprints because basically I did sprints on Monday and my hip adductors are killing me. Like, they're really, really sore. So I decided against it. And I'm kind of glad because I've got a bit of a headache now. The bun came back in, which is why I look like a pea. Because it's just so hot in that gym with the aircon being off. Right now I am, what time is it? It's 10 to 5. Oh man, I love the light nights are coming back, and I complained about this on my Instagram story as well. I feel like that's all I've done today, repeat myself off my Instagram. But the light nights are proper like messing with my head. I keep thinking, oh, it's still light, it's only like 4, half 3, and then I check my watch and it's like 5 o'clock, so I thought it was earlier than what it was. I'm gonna do some work before I have my tea because I have another client in at, I'm wobbling about a bit because I'm on my tripod and where's my phone? I have a client at 7, so I want to eat just before that-ish. So I'm going to attempt to start this DNL lecture, do that for maybe like an hour, and that'll take me to what, 6. Then I'll have my tea. Hopefully it'll be the case of I've done the reading for it, because it's always nice when like lecturers literally just lecture on what they've told us to read, because then it's like less content. But a lot of them will be like, this is the lecture content and there's key reading, so it's like loads of work to do. So it's a lot of reading, I'm not gonna lie, in my degree. Everyone always, because basically my exams are multi-choice, and the stigma of psychology is that psychology isn't a real science. So everybody always says that it's such an easy subject to study, but I wholeheartedly disagree. And I know you're gonna think that I just disagree because I study it, but we have like so much to do. We have so much. And so like obviously we have multi-choice exams, but when every lecture has like one chapter of a book, like a educational book, so it's like roughly like 30, 40 full A4 size pages to it, and you've got to revise all that and revise the lecture material and revise the tutorial for the exam. And then we have essays and practicals due in practically, I want to say on average every 3 weeks, but like I said before, we have one due in today, one due in next week, and one due in the week after. So they all come at once. And we have many projects. It's a lot of work. If you're thinking about doing psychology at the University of York, be prepared, because it's go from day one, like from year one. It's just all the time. One thing I would say if you're interested in studying psychology with any, I'm gonna assume it's any Russell group, but it could just be this one, but it's not. I didn't really, when I was looking at coming to uni, I didn't really think about what Russell group meant. And if anyone doesn't know, Russell group basically means it's a really good research uni, and it is a lot of research, like a lot of research. I mean, like that's pretty much all they ever like want to teach us about, which is fine, but it kind of takes away from the like typical like psychology kind of stuff. So say like abnormal, which is the kind of disorders and everything you think of as like actual psychology. We did, so you know how I explained the whole teaching block thing before? We did 2 teaching blocks on abnormal and that's it. So when you want to come to psychology to do about disorders and stuff, it's not really touched on, which is fine. I mean, it is really good if you want to go into research, but maybe a top tip if you're thinking about studying psychology is think about whether you want to do research or kind of occupational, like kind of like job psychology rather than like research psychology, because I wish I had thought about it a bit more. I'm so happy to be here, like I love it here, but just think about research and shit and whether you're interested in that, because I'm not interested in it. It kind of makes some bits a little bit difficult. I'm going to stop rambling on at you. If there's if you got any questions about it, if you've got any questions about psychology, I might do like a what you should know about studying psychology, or what it's like to study psychology video. Let me know if you'd like that. But I'm going to stop rambling and I'm going to do this lecture. I should probably see you when I make tea, because I'm going to show you my tea. Because I mean, not that anyone has to see what I ate in a day, but I'm going to show you anyway, babe. Sorry. Okay, so I have made my tea, chickpeas. I didn't film in the kitchen because my flatmates were in there, and I think I don't know, just try to be respectful. So what I've made is a salad. I'm the most boring person in the world, so my salads literally consist of spinach leaves. So in that there is spinach leaves, cucumber and sweet corn, and chicken, right, I don't know whether I say this word right, chipolatas, the small sausages, chicken chipolatas, the Morrison's own one, and they are quite low in calories, so they're a good shout and they're really, really yummy. So I've got 3 of them in there cut up, and that is my tea. I'm really, really hungry. I'm halfway through the lecture. I don't think I'm gonna get any more done before my clients, so I'll finish it after. So yeah. Oh, and there's some mayo on it. I don't like mayo. It's a bit boring if not. But yeah, I'm gonna eat my tea. So quick update, I've had my client. Obviously I had my tea. It was very yummy. I enjoy it. Those chicken things, the chipolatas. If I'm saying this wrong, please let me know. I have no idea how to say it. But yeah, I'm gonna call them chipolatas, and if I'm wrong, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. But yeah, the chicken chipolatas were very, very nice. I just love them. They're amazing. They're so good. And for how low in calories they are, can't go wrong. It's 8:20, so I finished with my client 20 minutes ago, but I've literally been sat on this chair on my phone procrastinating. So now I'm going to finish this lecture, which will probably take about an hour, which takes, say, 9:30. And then I'm gonna have some yogurt. I don't like to work past 9:30 really anymore. I used to work and just until my brain could put up with it, but I mean, the stuff happened and I just don't like working late anymore. I just don't like to put myself through it. And tomorrow I've got to be up early because I need to go to the gym before teaching sex ed, so I need to be up early, so I need to be in bed early because I need at least 8.5 hours sleep. At least 8, but preferably 8.5. Gonna do some more work now, and I shall talk to you after. Are you ready for this? Ready? No. Oh, insert angel music here. Oh. That is my supper that I'm very excited for. What it is fire yogurt, Fire yogurt is stable in my life, mixed with protein powder. My go-to is natural vanilla from My Protein, and a Fibre One bar, the salted caramel one. I tried it with the chocolate one, but I prefer the salted caramel one because I normally put like chocolate in there, like Cadbury Oreo is my favourite, or like any chocolate really, but I've gave up chocolate for February, so I have a Fibre One bar, and it's actually surprisingly nice. The first time I did it I was really dreading it and being like, this is gonna be grim, but it's actually really, really nice, and I love it, and I look forward to it in the night time. But this is it. This is the kind of the end. Sorry, I'm gonna have to eat some. This is the end of my day now. I'll have this. One of my hair, lovely. I'll have this, watch a bit of TV, probably Call the Midwife, and then read a book, which I'm also reading Call the Midwife at the minute. It kind of prompted me to rewatch it, so I'm reading Call the Midwife, so I'll read a bit before bed. It's so important to actually like wind down before bed, and I take it quite seriously because I feel like I struggle with actually getting to sleep if I don't wind down first. So I watch TV and then read my book, and then I go to bed. So yeah, thank you for watching this chickpeas. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was kind of like a day in the life of uni, but I didn't actually go to uni apart from 9 AM. So I'm sorry if it's not what you wanted to see. I don't really work in the library because I just don't prefer. I prefer being in my room or in the communal area in Student Castle, so I couldn't exactly show you there either, so I apologise. But that's kind of like what my average day is, apart from I'll train other days. But yeah, I hope it helps in some way. If you've got any questions about psychology or the actual uni in York or anything like that, please just let me know, and I'd be happy to answer questions. I shall hopefully see you next week. Again, if you have any suggestions of what you want to see, let me know. But I hope to talk to you soon. Have a lovely week, chickpeas.